Hello, everyone. This is Kelly Beard of KarmicTools.com, and this is your weekly forecast for July 2nd through the 8th of 2023. So our quote for the week is all about the rituals we can do. Very simple, basic things that improve our life. When you cleanse your space, it's the ritual of purification. When you light a candle, it's the ritual of sacred fire. When you spend time in nature or in water, it's the ritual of self-discovery. When you meditate in the sun, it's the ritual of grounding. Spend some time under the sky, y'all. Reset your systems so that you can handle these energies that are flowing through. This week kicks off one of the main activations happening with Venus retrograde, one of 3 hits where Venus is going to square off with Uranus. This means we definitely have to change something in our personal lives. Relationships and finances is Venus's department, among other things, of course. She hits it this week, July 2nd. Again, retrograde. She'll hit it on August 9th. And the final hit will be September 29th. So that'll be right after fall equinox, when a lot of things will start to make more sense. Meantime, while she's retrograde, y'all, let's be mindful of the review going on, the personal individual review. So we shouldn't be trying to push the river where our relationships and finances are concerned either, because it's a deep excavation, reclamation, transformation going on in our Leo department, which is self-love, self-worth, and self-value. So no matter how we slice it, that's where we're waking up to our true value and our authentic selves. It's so beautiful. This activation is a test to grow that you cannot plan for. Venus rules your values and priorities, and an activation with Uranus signifies something sudden and seemingly out of the blue. Of course, this isn't true, but it can feel that way. The truth is, it is time to do something different where your love, finances, or relationships are concerned. Making a conscious effort to do things in a completely new way will be rewarded with a lesson and a blessing that you would have never considered before now. Due to new revelations happening within you, the immediate responses will come from those closest to you. If you're in relationships, personal or professional, that have reached a point where they have to change or end, this is a good time to try to discuss it openly and with as much detachment and objectivity as possible. This energy can provoke the need for excitement or stimulation in your relationships, giving you the urge to shake things up. Be aware and mindful of others' feelings too, because they may not be in the mood for such sudden change. Another expression of this energy is to get things on the table. It's a great time to really discuss things and come to an agreement or compromise. Ultimately, this is a test of your flexibility in relationships. The more inflexible or attached to status quo that you are, the more disruptive this energy can be. Okay, so deep breath. Uranus, like Pluto, never disrupts anything essential. When we get cracked open with Uranus, it's because we've outgrown a certain circumstance or person or situation or choice that we've made that's run its course too. So this is part of the retrograde. Uranus is living in Taurus. Venus is lingering in Leo. It's all rooted in self-worth and self-value, what you feel you deserve in terms of creature comforts and personal security. We can still do that, but we have to rearrange our priorities and reallocate our resources so that we're really only spending our time, energy, or money on the things that are truly important and truly valuable. Okay? So this is the reset that Venus retrograde is helping us all do. And if you have fixed energy in your chart, then it is pretty personal and may feel a little more intense. Now, for my cardinal babies, Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn is most directly affected, and those departments of our chart are most directly affected by the Capricorn full moon. This is happening on Monday, July 3rd. This is your annual opportunity to release that which you no longer want to be part of your reality or your responsibility. Look to what you initiated at winter solstice and how far you've progressed since then. What's working, what's not? What needs to be released? What needs to be strengthened structurally or otherwise? What foundation work needs to be done to support you better going forward? The full moon is shining a light in a corner for the first time in 6 months to a year, which would be the Capricorn house of your chart, revealing any weaknesses or cracks in the foundation of your current focus. Whatever you seeded with the Capricorn super new moon back in December 2022, 6 months ago, December 23rd to be exact, has run its course. And now this full moon shows you what is solid and can be expanded on, as well as what is weak and must be fixed, replaced, or released altogether. Okay, deep breath. This is what the full moon is good for. This is the time of year when you determine what is truly feeding, nourishing, supporting, and protecting you on all levels: mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual. Here we are reminded that often internal shifts precede the external shifts. And I say often just to be nice to y'all, because personally I think it's always. I would like to remind you to take some time during July, August this year to assess and integrate your own personal growth, development, and direction for the year. Use this time to release ideas, people, or situations which drain your life force energy and or dim your light. In Cancer, you are reminded to check in with your own natural rhythm and assess where you may have gotten off that rhythm and must reset yourself this summer so that you can handle the upcoming fall harvest that you have cultivated throughout the year. How can you renew your dedication to a routine that nourishes, inspires, and energizes you? How can you put your ideas and skills to good use in the world? Where are your gifts and talents needed, valued, and honored? What nourishes your body, awakens your mind, and feeds your soul? Check in with your soul self this summer. Much of these very fundamental, basic things in our lives have changed over the last 6 months to a year, and so have we. Ashe, deep breath. So all these need to be quotes. Maybe I'll put them on little tiles and post them on Instagram or something, y'all. But I love a routine that nourishes, inspires, and energizes. Who wants a depleting, depressing routine day in and day out? So let's upgrade. Remember, we clear at the full moon so that we're lighter and brighter and freer to plant brand new seeds at the new moon in Cancer coming up. Means it's all about, again, you and your personal security and creature comforts, your protections, and what makes you feel safe enough to be yourself. You know, that's an important aspect that we have to cultivate before we go into Leo time, when we want to play with others and shine our light and be friendly and happy and joyful. First, we have to feel individually secure around how we feel about what's going on in life these days and how well provided for we are, how nourished and supported and protected we are. And if that's not happening, this is the lunation to be seeding those things and calling in your higher level. Every year we get Cancer, Capricorn, full moon and new moons. So we get twice a year to work this cardinal energy for my Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn babies, or at least that department of your chart, where we make our personal choices and take action on our personal values and priorities. So then Wednesday, July 5th, is Bear Medicine. We go live. The Soul Sisters Circle hosts a monthly circle to honor an animal medicine to help us reconnect with our instincts. And again, this is the best one because Bear is all about checking in with yourself, going deeper, recalibrating your individual input and output. Okay, we are input-output creatures, people. We don't store stuff like camels or other creatures that store their food. Now, Bear might make us think about that a little bit, but we're going to talk more about Bear in terms of self-care and resetting our system so that we can be strong again to go forward for the last 6 months of the year. The housekeeping's around your boundaries. This is the time when it starts to hit you how much you've been doing for other people. We're composting old obligations. Certain things have run their course. We have to learn how to say no and set limits and have boundaries. This culture, especially with technology invading our space, you can hardly keep it out. It's so deep. So our boundaries are critical right now. And we're seeding a whole new sense of self. Based on whatever you've cultivated throughout the first 6 months of the year, this is the compost that goes into feeding and nourishing the final 6 months of the year. And if we're going to go with the signs and whatnot, Aries through Virgo is all about you, the individual. So that would be spring equinox to fall equinox, right where we are in this 6 month stretch, is all about you, the individual, your identity, your purpose, your values and priorities, your thinking and concepts and ideas and things. how you take care of yourself at home, how you express yourself in general as an individual, and your daily routine, which reveals to the universe where your focus is. Change your routine, it changes your identity. If your identity changes, your routine has to change to support the new identity. So these rhythms and routines become really important. They're telling the universe who we are and what we want. And then that second half of the year, Libra through Pisces, is all about other people and the world's response to you and the self-work you've been able to do by fall equinox. So this is a great rhythm to get into. We love the animals because they keep it simple and they bring us back to center in a very easy way that connects us back with Mama Earth and Father Sky. And it's just a recalibration and a balancing act. The tools are $25 a month, although we do open up the live event, so all are welcome to sit in on that. It will be a conference call, not a Zoom, okay? That's Wednesday. Then Thursday the 6th, Mercury sextiles Uranus. So on one hand, we need to change some values and priorities. On another hand, Mercury and Uranus getting together in this opportune way can activate some creative, critical thinking. It can get our juices going where we think outside the box and we come up with ideas we don't always really have access to. So this energy says it's time to go with the flow. New and different being the flow. It wants to shake it up a bit, but in a good way. However, if you feel like new and different is more like chaos and disruption, then you need to reflect and see if you aren't being too rigid. Unwillingness to go with the new flow will make this energy harder to handle. This is also a good time to try to resolve any old issues or challenges. They are not going away without resolution and conscious release. Perhaps you've been trying the same thing over and over and it's time to try something new. Now is the time new ideas can and will come to you, so pay attention. Try to be open and receptive to unusual things, events, or ideas, and allow room for spontaneity, improvising, and thinking on your feet. You may think that you are doing one thing and look up and be doing something completely different. So be open to exploring a new path. I'm going to leave the links to my Astro 101 class and the new reading and custom guide for the new Venus cycle, as well as the upcoming free event to introduce the new Venus cycle. All are going to stay in the blog for now because I need you all to sign up for those things so that I know who's interested. And I'm adding, besides bear medicine this week, NASA has opened her Indigenous Spirituality School, where you get to master the 7-stage pathway of ancient spiritual alchemy to ease the struggle of your soul's reawakening. Deep breath. This is a powerful, ongoing class. This is a whole year, starting in September. So I'm linking this. You can go check out those details. Monthly meetings, personalized activations from me, metaphysical toolkit from the honeypot. This is so exciting because she created a little toolkit for each month that you get the first one with the enrollment, but then you can add those if you really like them and you're working with the tools that closely. But it's access to self-paced courses that help you understand spiritual alchemy and practices for mastery. So we want you to have that. This is a huge collaboration between the three of us, Lana Moon of the Honeypot Energy and Art Metaphysical Shop in Atlanta, and Nasa Bawa. I'm just offering a little bonus material, y'all. This is definitely Nasa's baby, right? I'm working on a Sacred Earth Mystery School. She's got Indigenous Spirituality School. So we're catching you from both sides. We got you covered. So check out those details because class starts September 10th. So that will be in and around, linked on my things and up on SOCMED when I get it together. But I'm very grateful to be collaborating with my cohorts over here with all this goodness to help you stay on track so that you can be a fantastic leader in your own right, in your own circles. So that's it for this week. I hope you can join us live along the way. Reach out if you need to. This is Kelly Beard of Karmic Tools signing off.